Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a haul from So Avant Garde. So these are fragrances that they sent me. 5 out of the 6 I had never smelt before, so they're all kind of blind choices. One of them I had smelt before and I absolutely loved it. 2 of them are literally top tier in their category. I can't wait to share them with you. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. And let's get into this. Just so you know, all the fragrances will be linked down below. And also you can use the code MC10 to get 10% off of your purchase at So Avant Garde. So the first one I want to share with you is called Renaissance. They have luggage, I think, for the most part, but they also have fragrances, and they've got a whole collection called the Experience Collection. I shared Whisper last time, and this one is called Renaissance. So I love the packaging on these. I love the kind of steely pink color. I love the fact that the caps are magnetic. So really, really love the packaging. It's quite luxe. These are under $100 US, so they're rather affordable. The Whisper one is a gorgeous kind of dewy rose fragrance, very beautiful. This one kind of reminds me, honestly, of La Vie Belle. So it's in that family, super sweet, a little bit syrupy. It has pink pepper, cassis, and mandarin in the opening. Definitely get that cassis, so kind of a black currant vibe. Super syrupy. It's got some florals, including some violet in there. I definitely get the violet, so you're getting a little bit of that powdery vibe. And then the base notes, the ones that I really notice would be the patchouli and a little bit of vanilla. So definitely reminds me of kind of that La Vie Belle DNA. Not quite the straight up La Vie Belle, almost like a cross between the La Vie Belle original and maybe one that has just a little bit more violet in it. But it's super sweet, it's super fun, super girly. I can see a lot of people really enjoying this, especially if you love the La Vie Belle DNA. That said, if you have La Vie Belle, you probably don't need this in your collection. But if you don't have La Vie Belle, this is a great option because it's more affordable. So really love it. Like I said, love the packaging on it. So Avant Garde sent me 3 fragrances by Christian Siriano. So the first one is called Silhouette Au Naturel. Now, the cool thing about these fragrances is they all, look, I'm going to share 3 from the line. They all come with a lip gloss as well, kind of in a corresponding color, which is kind of fun. I haven't tried the lip glosses yet, but I'm kind of excited, especially about the clear one. The other 2 are red, so I'm not sure about that because I've never been a huge red gloss fan. As the name kind of suggests, this is more of a kind of your skin but better type fragrance. So the clean girl next door vibe is what you get from this fragrance, which I have stated many, many times. That's not necessarily my favorite vibe. That said, I actually don't mind this. There's a little hint of fruitiness in there, but what I get mainly is some very light white florals with some musk. Fragrantica and the website have different notes, so I tend to defer to the website. This has some raspberry, there's some bergamot, perhaps a little bit of plum. There's Hedione rose water and jasmine, and then there's musk, white patchouli, and amberwood. So this comes across as kind of a sweet, it almost smells like peachiness to me, and it smells very clean. It reminds me of clean laundry, honestly. It doesn't smell like laundry sheets, but it gives me kind of that vibe. I get a lot of muskiness in this, and although that's not my favorite scent profile, like I've never been one to really enjoy that your skin but better kind of girl next door type vibe, this one's actually really nice. So I actually enjoy it, but I likely wouldn't wear it that often because that's just not my vibe. But if you do like this, like I can see Val really, really enjoying this one, honestly. I found the longevity to be about 5 hours, and then it kind of becomes a skin scent. So it is that skin scenty type vibe. So yeah, if that's your thing, I think you'd really enjoy this. It's got that slight hint of almost a peachiness, which I really enjoy. So this one is called Ula Rouge. and it came with a red lip gloss. This fragrance I really enjoyed. It smells like one of those sexy date night fragrances. So the bottle totally represents what the fragrance is inside. Ula Rouge has, it has grapefruit. There's some praline, saffron, jasmine, gardenia, and tuberose in the mid, and then the base is musk moss and amberwood. Now, some people say that this smells like Baccarat Rouge. I don't think it does. I basically think that anytime there's like a saffron note in there, everybody goes, oh, it smells like Baccarat. I get where they're coming from. So there is a similar vibe, but to me, this one has a lot more of that praline in there, which I really, really enjoy. This is sweet, it's sexy, and it's kind of a nice date night fragrance. The only thing is that if you are not a fan of Baccarat, first of all, if you're not a fan of the actual Baccarat Rouge, but you like that vibe, you just smell Band-Aids with Baccarat, you may enjoy something like this because you're getting a little bit of that airy, flossy feel with the praline and the saffron mixed together, but it doesn't have that medicinal factor that Baccarat Rouge has. This one, the longevity, again, on all of these Christian Siriano ones are about 5 hours. Now, the last in the Christian Siriano ones is Oola Rouge Exclusive. So this one's a darker red bottle, like it's pretty much burgundy. It almost looks black. This one's definitely the darkest out of the three for sure. This has cassis in it. It's got some bergamot, but it also has tagettes or tagette oil, which I believe is marigold. And marigold is a tricky note for me. I like the little bit of syrupy black currant feel that I get. The tagette oil, it smells slightly peppery. So it gives it kind of a peppery vibe. This has some saffron as well, along with some fir, some jasmine. There's some moss, amberwood, praline, sandalwood, musk, and a little hint of oud in this one. So this one is quite interesting. It's probably the most interesting out of the three of them, but the tagette kind of throws me off a little bit. So when I first put these two on, I actually tried these two at the same time. So Oola Rouge Exclusive. At first, I really loved this one and I'm like, oh wow, like I love it. I love the praline. This one was definitely a lot more peppery in the opening, but as it dried down, it got more and more kind of interesting. It was also most definitely the longest lasting. So this one lasted about 6 hours before becoming more of a skin scent, whereas this one was 5 hours. And then, yeah, the Au Naturel was even less performing. So that's my thoughts on these ones. The one that is the best, even though it doesn't really suit my personality, is this one. So this is actually a really nice fragrance. For the other two, this one smells like something I've smelt before. You know what I mean? This one smells more unique, but would be a little bit harder for some people to enjoy potentially, whereas this is an absolute easy reach fragrance. So those are my thoughts on those. Now moving on to the two fragrances that are absolutely stunning. The first is Mango Oud by Gritty. Now, first of all, this bottle is absolutely gorgeous. Like I knew these bottles were pretty, but first of all, I thought they were just literally this thin. I didn't think that they were this big. So they are huge. The colors on this bottle, I just think it's the most, like, I think it's my favorite bottle in my whole entire collection. I absolutely love it. I love the colors. And then the fragrance inside is just so spectacular. I would say that this is the best mango fragrance I have ever smelt. And I had tried this one already. I had a sample of this from Hesse. So I had tried it and knew what it was like, and I absolutely loved it. In fact, I was kind of obsessed with this mango fragrance. And I believe that all the mango fragrances that are kind of out in the Middle Eastern realm, like Ajaib, Portrait, different ones like that, they're all kind of trying to get to this place, but they just don't do it quite as well. So this one is way less masculine feeling like than something like an Ajaib Portrait. This has more of a sweet, juicy mango than something like a mango kiss, where it's a little bit got a little bit of a spicy, almost ginger kick. This one is definitely more of a smooth, creamy, juicy, sweet mango, but it doesn't feel immature at all. It's so beautifully done, mixed with, you know, you're getting guava, you're getting some mango. It says that there's neroli in the top. I don't really notice any sort of neroli. There's osmanthus, ylang ylang, coconut milk in here. Definitely get that coconut milk feel along with the ylang ylang for sure. This has vanilla, amber, and oud as well. It's just a super sexy, sultry, grown woman mango, where something like Mango Kiss has that bit of spice, which is nice, but it almost leans a little bit masculine. This one is a lot more unisex, leaning a little bit feminine. And the cool thing about this mango is, although it is mango, there's enough going on that it doesn't feel like a typical tropical summer fragrance. This is definitely a fragrance you could wear all year round, and it's just gorgeous. It's extrait de parfum. It's by far, literally by far, my favorite mango fragrance that I've found yet, and I'm so happy to have it. What about you guys? Have you tried Mango Oud? If you have, weigh in and let me know what you think. Now, the last fragrance is honestly, I honestly think it's my favorite rose fragrance of all time. And it is Rose Omaïde by Atelier des Ors. Now, first of all, this is my first Atelier des Ors fragrance. So you get the gold flakes in there, which I think is really cool. I thought about getting Pink Me Up because I could choose whatever fragrance I wanted. So I chose the Mango Oud and I chose this one. This I had never smelled before, but there were so many amazing reviews on it. And although I love Pink Me Up, to me, it's something that I've smelt before. So it's a very nice fragrance. It's a beautiful kind of sparkling, like a fizzy Prosecco almost. So really enjoy it. But to me, it just smells so girly, and I wanted something a little bit more sensual, a little bit more grown-up feeling. So I wanted to try Rose Omaïde, and I am so not disappointed in this. Now, as you guys know, I love rose, but I also love raspberry. I love oud, and this has all of it mixed in together. So it has rose, raspberry, and pink pepper in the opening, brown sugar, patchouli, and guaiac wood in the mid, and the base is oud, amber, and sandalwood. What I thought was so amazing about this fragrance is when you first put it on, you get this beautiful rose, and at first I'm like, oh, it's just another rose fragrance. It's not just another rose fragrance. It's amazing. It's seriously, I would say, one of the best rose oud, sweet, jammy fragrances there are, because it's entirely wearable. So sometimes like fragrances like Sheikhoff Oud or Oud Bouquet, they're quite smoky, they're quite dark, they're gorgeous, but they're almost like you've got to have a special occasion for it. This fragrance is special occasion worthy, but it's also everyday worthy. So you put this on, at first it's rose, and then it starts to morph. It gets sweeter and sweeter and more jammy and delicious. And then just a hint, like that oud just kind of slips in there and just holds the whole composition beautifully. So it's a dessert type rose, but it's not too oudy. So it's a great beginner oud in my opinion, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I love it. Like, I was so shocked because, like I said, when I first put it on, I'm like, it's just another rose. Like, I've got enough rose. But then as this starts to morph on the skin, it just gets sweeter, more jammy, but very sophisticated with that hint of oud. I absolutely love it. It lasts forever on the skin. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, I am so happy to have this. And it's my first Atelier des Ors. Actually, first Atelier des Ors, first gritty fragrance. I think it's gritty. I'm in love with these two. Like, seriously, they are stunning fragrances. Gorgeous mango fragrance that you can wear all year round. This is more for fall and winter, I would say, but so sophisticated. If you're a rose lover and you love raspberry, this is an absolute must-have in my opinion. So that is it. That is my haul from So Avant Garde. Please weigh in and say what your thoughts are on these fragrances. Like I said, I love Mango Oud, love Rose Omaïd. Definitely enjoy this fragrance, but I have La Belle. Oh, it smells so good. Like, it's seriously such an excellent fragrance. So if you want to try something different that's in that same family, this one's great. The Christian Siriano ones, they're not major wows for me, but they are very nice fragrances. What about you? Have you tried any of these? If you have, please weigh in and let me know what you think. And like I said, if you choose to purchase anything from there, please feel free at any time to use my discount code MC10 for 10% off. And that is it. I hope that you guys have had a great Christmas so far and that you have fun as you start to celebrate for New Year's. And other than that, have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.